Hi, this is Robert Mallon with Elite Coaching Solutions, and this is another Truth in 3, or TNT for short. These are explosive truths on leadership, business, and life that you can begin using immediately, and they only take about 3 minutes or so to learn. So what are we talking about today? John Maxwell once said this, great quote, "It's very hard to overestimate the unimportance of almost everything." Huge right there. 2 points. Number one, when I'm working with my coaching clients, especially when they're very new, we're looking at what they're doing on a day-by-day basis. And one of the things I find about them usually is about 50 to 60% of the average person's day is spent working on unimportant things. There's been lots of studies on this, okay, that's scientifically proven. What I help them do is start working on Covey's quadrants, Quadrant 1 and Quadrant 2, which would be important urgent things or important non-urgent things, okay? And what they do is they eliminate, automate, or delegate all of the unimportant things in their life. So they're working on the most important things at all times. Point number 2 is this. Don't let the small things get under your skin. Okay, remember what we're talking about here. It's very hard to overestimate the unimportance of almost everything. So many times we let little things get under our skin. People major in the minor all the time. And so they get a little slight and they let that stay in their head and it just like eats at them and eats at them and eats at them. Okay. Several months ago, I had a couple of big things happen in a week and they weren't good things. And I was like, man, this is bad, all this type of stuff. And it even several times during that week, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was kind of dwelling on these things. And what I found was about a week later, completely off the radar, meant nothing to me at that point. And so what I did was I actually came up with a list and I started writing down whenever anything like that happened to me. And then I go back and I look at those a week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks later, completely off the radar. And so listen, let those things run off you like water off of a duck's back. Don't major in the minor. And remember this, here's the truth. It's very hard to overestimate the unimportance of almost everything. So all these things that we think are so big, they're really pretty unimportant in the grand scheme of life. So I hope that helps. It's a good way of thinking, great mindsets there. Like this page, also subscribe, and we'll talk to you sometime soon. Take care.